We are UTA Radio, and tell us about Cowboy Diplomacy. Tell us who y'all are and what instrument each one plays or what y'all do.
Cowboy Diplomacy. I'm the lead singer, Ian Cochran, rhythm guitar player.
Matt Leslie, drummer, and yeah.
I'm Brad Bentley, bass player.
Sxsw, guitar player, and Cowboy Diplomacy is an original rock and roll band from here out of Austin, Texas.
Love it. So y'all describe yourself as Southern psychedelic rock. What does that mean to somebody who doesn't know what that means?
I don't know what that really means, but it's different than like your normal classic rock. Right?
Yeah.
It's gotta have it has a little something.
It seems the easiest way to describe it. I think we all come from let alone just like basic like classic rock, Black Sabbath, AC/DC sound. We also love the greats like Led Zeppelin, all that stuff, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we kind of stick in that range. And then we just got like this growl voice guy over here, and then we all kind of get to play our little fun parts with our instruments, and it comes together pretty quickly and easy. And we've been in town since 2015, I think, and just going at it for some time, and it's been a fun journey for sure.
We're everything our dads listened to mashed into one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Maybe not yet. Yeah.
So, how did y'all form? Let's take it back to how did y'all get together? How did y'all?
Well, I met Ian in San Diego. He was kind of raised to do the singer-songwriter thing, and he had a band in high school where we met, and then I caught up with him when I was in college, and he had one other player with him. He was under the name Low Key E, and then we changed to Trouble in the Jungle, and then we moved out here to find better players, where we formed Cowboy Diplomacy in October of 2015. And that's where we met Matt, the drummer, drumming on the street, and since then we've been through 5 different guitar players, and now we have Samir, who's the household name, and now we're doing our thing better than ever.
Yeah, good answer, dude. I like that.
Why the name Cowboy Diplomacy?
That's another good one for Brad.
Well, it kind of plays into the way we conduct our business to get our point across. Cowboy Diplomacy oftentimes means we have to break the rules and be brash or go against the grain and rebel against the system to achieve our goal in the interest of justice and what should be.
There's not a more rock and roll way to describe that. That's what rock and roll is, 100%. So,
Yeah, like I think another thing too is rock and roll bands always aren't like the easiest to get listened to and heard on like radios nowadays. I feel like it's a lot of like country pop and rap, which is fine. Like nothing wrong with those genres. We all enjoy all genres of music, but definitely with I think the status of the world and what it's been in the last few years, there's kind of like a more turnaround and desire for that kind of like rebellious sound again. And so it's kind of nice that we haven't changed our sound from day one. We're still playing that kind of rebellious rock and roll that we just love and enjoy doing, and so it's just kind of nice that it's kind of coming back around a little bit, and we're just happy to be here and still be together after so long.
This is our 8th South by, right?
Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah, the first one we ever did was 17 gigs, right?
Oh yeah,
17 gigs in the
whole month of March. Yeah, it was crazy.
The whole month of March. Yeah.
We've been at it about 10 years, and
but we're happy with having just 4 this time.
yeah, honestly. Honestly, it's
I liked
burnout season.
I liked it when we did 17 shows.
I like
was
it
fun.
too. God, that's a trek.
It's just hard. It's just hard these times. I think the amount of times there were like back when we first started doing the South Bys, we were actually able to play 2 to 3 shows in a day and like get to each one on time because the traffic wasn't as hectic as now. Like honestly, if we had that schedule like we did back then, it would literally be impossible. Like with parking these days and how many think about all the parking lots that used to be here that are like sky rises.
Yeah,
it's just
100%.
there's no way. So like the amount that we have, we're super happy with because honestly, we're very kind of like more homebodies and like work on our crafts these days and like going out to see shows a lot. Like it's just easier to like keep it more tame and chill during these crazy even ACL weeks and stuff like that and all these festivals. It's kind of nice to just keep it low key.
Yeah, maybe we'll get paid one of these days.
Someone's coming.
I also think it's easier instead of doing 15 where you're spread thin, focusing on each show,
Yeah.
keeping them like you're coming into murder. You're coming into make a name for yourself.
Not running
almost.
ragged.
Yeah, by the time you're on show
Right.
10, you're like,
Yeah.
you're dead.
Yeah, I
Some
don't know.
of those shows we were doing, like in the early days, they didn't matter at all.
And
Yeah.
We're playing like a house party.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, is this even worth it? Like, is it,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's always worth it, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
choosing the right one.
And I would hate to do that to your voice these days, dude. Like back
Yeah.
then, like but these days having you sing like that many shows, these days it's just like that's just a lot on any of us.
So talk to us about the album that y'all have coming out next month. Like, what has the creative process been like for that?
Well, it's an interesting album because we're actually doing a documentary about it right now. We've had 5 different guitar players and we've written songs with them over the last 8 years. And not all of the songs got to see the studio and be released because of our band's fast-paced ways. We just never got around to the
Incomes,
studio.
timing,
Sure, a lot of it income timing, but we brought back all our guitar players to the studio and did a super concept album where we did songs with all our guitar players, and then Samir got to touch all the songs too. Some of the songs we had multiple guitar players on from the past, and yeah, it's just basically all the old bones we got to dig up and resurrect to make a real cool album. I think it's 15 to 17 tracks or something like
Yeah.
that. So I think we'll be releasing a song about every month to 6 weeks for the next year or so.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's very diverse too, because like
Yeah.
like we call it rock and roll, which I think is like the bones of everything, but we have songs that have a lot of country element, which is where the southern comes in. We have songs that take even more of like an Arabic kind of turn because of my touch on it, and it's like, and a lot of the songs we had the bones, but we were really like piecing together in the studio, so we really got to see them like come to life within like the span of like those 2 months of recording. So it's pretty exciting to see like what the reaction is, and even just showing the demos. Some of them aren't fully mixed yet. From everyone we've shown, from fans to just friends to everything, we haven't really gotten bad responses. Every song on the album is heat in a different way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's dynamic.
it's dynamic is, I think, the perfect way
Not
to describe it.
necessarily just rock and roll. It's,
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a mixture of everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think honestly,
trend.
I think it's starting to come to where like Cowboy Diplomacy is becoming its own genre, because
Right, because we don't have our brand it's not singular in that, like, one of my favorite bands, AC/DC, it's all just like rock and roll.
yeah.
But we have a lot of different types of songs, so I'm not sure what that would mean to our loyal fan base. We'd have songs that would attract one type of person, and we would have other songs that would attract a different type of listener.
But I think it all, at the end of the day, sounds like us.
Yeah.
So that's the underlying
Right.
factor that
And-
keeps it all together.
And thank God Ian's voice is so distinct, no one else sounds like him. And I think that's why it would set apart and be in a genre all on its own.
That is true. Yeah.
So you introduced like different influences like country, Arabic, but
Yeah.
like somebody who doesn't know Cowboy Diplomacy, even though y'all been around for a while, what band would y'all say y'all have taken like inspiration from?
That's the hardest question because each one of us has different influences.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
to try to describe it to someone else is like you can only really describe one song like one person. Because then if you say it sounds like one person, then you're pigeonholing everything else. And that's why we just say Southern rock psychedelic, because that's a good way to cast that net,
Sure. And we could just, talk about our favorite bands and how we relate to that in our playing. Like Matt's drumming, his favorite band's Pearl Jam, and I could hear a lot of that in his playing. Samir loves AC/DC, I could hear a lot of that in his playing. Ian and I love Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Flea was like, I learned almost all his stuff before I even joined the band, and then I could hear some of that in my bass playing. And then Ian, like I said, no one else sounds like him, so he's doing his own thing, and we're all just supporting his lyrical style.
Because it would be like, how do you describe, who does Incubus sound like? Like, it sounds like
Yeah.
Incubus.
Yeah.
Like, how do you,
That's
I
a-
really don't
that's
know.
a-
I think
that's
it's
a good
distinct
point.
and original, and I think that's why we stand out so much, but that's what makes it hard. Like, who do we sound like? I have no
Right.
idea.
Well, that's good. A league of your own, right?
Right. I personally call it country music because we hear country music and we think, oh, twangy, usually white people, singing about trucks and things of that matter. but why is that country music? Because we live in America, and that's a country of diversity. All people from different walks of life and different values coming together with goals in mind to progress, whatever they're trying to do, and that symbolizes America in our band, because we're all from different walks of life, different tastes in music, coming together to create this sound through our cooperation, and that's the most American thing I can think of. So I call that country music.
I love
Good answer,
it.
Brad. That was a great answer.
That was
Good
amazing.
answer, Brad.
Okay,
You caught the tuna, man. You caught the tuna, dude.
All right, actually, I want to ask y'all like a funny question. I like to ask
Yeah.
people. Okay. I was trying to think of one for y'all. If your band was a hamburger, what ingredients would be on that hamburger?
Okay, definitely.
Never heard that one.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's
Definitely
a
some
smash,
cheese on there.
It's a
You
smashed.
gotta get double layered
It'd be,
cheese.
It's a smashed
double
wagyu.
raw
It's a
meat.
smashed
Wagyu,
wagyu
okay,
steak burger. You know
A
what I'm saying?
wagyu, yeah.
Wagyu
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, we ain't that fancy.
Double
You
cheese.
know,
I don't
like-
know if the cheese would be pepper jack or maybe
Yeah.
American.
American, just straight American. Okay,
American,
cheese.
yeah, American.
There's definitely gonna be like a fried egg on there for sure. Bacon, avocado, jinx.
I would be the Kool-Aid flavored loogie the chef spits on in the bag. Just
Oh my God.
for
No.
shits and giggles.
You were doing so good.
You lost the tuna, dude. You lost the tuna, man.
All right, was that it? Were y'all done?
I think
Do you
so.
want more?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you just got America in a bun.
Yeah.
Sesame
What
seed.
ingredients do we put
Sesame
on
seed.
a
You
burger?
know,
Sesame
that's
seed
crazy.
bun.
I was thinking more of a smokehouse burger.
Oh,
like onion rings on it, barbecue.
You know,
like mac
actually,
and
I love
Yeah.
that you said that, because I describe Ian's voice as butter, smoke, and bourbon. With,
Oh,
with a
I
little
love it.
little bit of gravel, almost like a sexual Tom
Gravel.
Waits.
cheese.
And that's it. So what's your favorite song to perform then?
For us,
Or
Girl.
like,
For
well,
Ian.
everybody, but like singing wise, since we're on like your butter
Your
voice.
Like
one of our original songs,
Yeah,
or
of course.
Oh,
What's your
yeah.
what's your
Yeah, no.
favorite song of
I
yours?
like playing wet. I mean,
That one's for the ladies. Let's
Yeah.
just leave it like
I like
that.
playing
Yeah. Wet. Hey, you can fill in the blanks. And the ladies
that one
love
just
it.
always kind of like brings up the
Yeah.
crowd whenever
Yeah.
we play it.
Yeah,
we all
it's-
really get into it, and
Yeah.
that's why I love it. You know.
And it's different because, when you think of like those kind of songs, like it's hip hop now in our generation, but it's a song about women and it's heavy. And all the women, every show we go to,
Yeah.
specifically request that song.
Sure, it's
Specifically.
it's
yeah.
rock instruments with kind of a hip hop vocal flow.
yeah, it's a very open stadium kind of sound. You're like, damn.
But I also love playing "Eat Your Heart," which
Yeah, which is our new single.
Yeah.
new
Coming out
single,
soon.
plugging it in right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
new single. April 5th, we're
We gotta-
releasing that.
Yeah.
that one's
Yeah.
really. I like playing.
And we got a music
Yeah.
video coming. We're shooting for that too soon, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
But what are y'all's favorite songs to perform? Like quick.
With the band,
I
Yeah.
like Looney Bin just because it's a song about being a crazy person, and
that's a
I
new one. That's
I
not
think I might
released.
be one of those types of people.
Oh.
So.
Definitely.
What about you, Matt?
One of my favorites probably to play. I really like playing this song we got called High Water.
Oh, yeah, it's such a
And
good
it's a very rhythmic, very tribal
It's a song about drinking water that makes you high.
And then it goes, and then,
No,
and
it's
then,
not.
and then
It's not about that.
there's this beautiful big breakdown in it where we kind of like halftime it and open it up. And
It's
just
that's a
like-
very, yeah.
And it's probably like as drum wise, yeah, it's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, that'll be our opener for Sound Plan.
Yes, it will
Yeah,
be.
dang, it's so hard because I seriously think they're all fire, but
And these are also the two ones we just said aren't released yet, but they'll be coming out. But
yeah, they'll be coming out soon. I would say song we already have out, Mountain Man, because we always end the song with that, and that one's like gets everyone hype. And then what we do have coming out to play specifically would be Workhorse, because it's just it's a fun song. It's about like working your butt off all the time and like wanting to get out and like get out of like the grind. And it very much reminds me of like Judas Priest almost. It's
Right.
got that like raw energy where it's not necessarily the heaviest, but it's like it sounds like freedom. It's something you put on your car after you get off work and you're done with that and you're just going. You're
Yeah.
going.
Okay, so who's the peacemaker in the group?
Ooh, that's a good question. Ian's probably the nicest guy. He's got a mean bone in his body.
Aw.
Yeah. I'm probably the most abrasive dude. Matt,
That wasn't the question, but
yeah, I'm not the peacemaker.
I like to be the mother of the band, but sometimes I'm definitely like the lost stepchild, you know.
yeah. Now it's Mama Samir.
Samir's handling most of the business in the band.
Yes.
Because we're struggling to click two brain cells together over here with us.
Well, they're lucky they found you then.
I guess
Yeah,
they
no,
are.
Samir's definitely been a fresher breath of air for us as a band. Like again, like we've been through like 5 guitar players, and that was the cool thing about this new album that we got coming out is that we have been through so many different guitar players that whether the ins and outs of like their time being with us or like us not having the time or the money to record with them at the time. You know, we've just built this library of songs we just haven't released or even recorded, and so when Samir came along, you know, he kind of like just dropped everything that he had on his plate and started to realize like, wow, I really like playing with these guys. Even we're still becoming best friends like every month that we get closer and closer, and it's just like
He quit his John Mayer cover band to come.
So a little backstory on that is I've been a full-time musician for a very long time, and how I've done that is playing with multiple bands, and I have had to quit bands to put this forefront because I see the potential.
Okay.
yeah, we're very grateful for Samir, and I think and like, you know, again, since we've been doing this us three together for so long, it's
Yeah.
easy for us sometimes to like. It's hard sometimes for us to keep our nose to the grindstone, you know, especially in a genre that's not as popular as it used to be. But like I said, it's kind of coming. It's having its day where it's coming back around. And like I said, him loving that kind of genre and playing and enjoying it, and also just us like we've been we click really well together on stage and off stage, and you know, every show I think just gets better and better and tighter, and we're just really excited for this new music to come out, and you know, we're just happy to have him, and we're all happy to be still that we're all still together, you know. So.
Right. So we're nearing the end. We have a couple more questions. Any plans to go on tour?
Oh,
I know y'all are releasing music every month, but
that is Valhalla for me.
Well-
Tour, seeing the road, traveling is the greatest thing you could do for yourself, I think. And if I could see the world and change the culture and have them appreciate a new style of music and bring back rock and roll and travel doing it, it's like a vacation that you make money on.
Yeah.
And
You're finding the right person to book it for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Set it
We
up
need a
and
network.
Do it the right way, but
Yeah,
Right.
I think there is
100%
steps.
love to go on tour. Yeah.
There's steps before tour, but that is obviously the ultimate goal is to
Right.
like once we have everything set up, then just to go and
Yeah,
check out
sure.
different places and like
Right.
play and get like we went to Spain for July.
Yeah.
Last year,
And
yeah.
I was very worried about how they would receive us, and they loved
They
it.
love
They-
it.
They absolutely. We had people jumping on stage
Yeah.
and going crazy.
The first time
It
I
was
ever,
awesome.
the only time I was ever, someone tried to abduct me was in Spain. It was a couple. They were trying to pull
That
me
is
into their
true.
car, and I had to karate kick a woman that thought I know some karate. She was on some sort of substance, but she was like, "You were coming with us." I'm like, "No, I can't do that, lady."
I
Yeah.
don't feel like you would.
True stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually happened.
All right, so we're going back to Dallas, and for audience that doesn't know you, what do you have to say to them? Like, what do you want to leave us with? Where can they find your merch? Where can they find you?
Well, Cowboy Diplomacy is the Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff.
YouTube,
Not
yeah,
Napster.
everything.
We got an Etsy account that has all of the merch available for purchase. And what I would like to say to all the viewers and listeners at home is that just be ready to vibe out with us and enjoy good, hard music. Yeah, we're going to curate the vibe and put on the party.
Where do we go play in Dallas? Where's the best spot for rock and roll? We played at Deep Ellum.
Deep
Elbow,
elbow.
yes.
The
The
factory.
Bomb Factory?
Also, Bomb
Yeah.
Factory, House
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Lava,
yeah.
Trees.
Sure.
All these are great places.
That's like a good spot.
We played
right?
at that
Yeah.
one place years ago. Who's the guy that owned it? The dude that sung 1985
Oh,
Bowling for Soup?
oh.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is that place called?
Rick.
Oh.
South Ballroom? Southside
It's kind of west of town, I think.
Dang, dude, that
West?
was a fun show though. But yeah, I mean,
Oh
Yeah.
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 The outdoor
can't
venue.
think of the venue what it's called now, but
Oh, outdoor.
It was out- it's a-
Jexa Pavilion. Is that right?
Maybe.
No.
oh my God, it's bugging me
Fair
now.
Park.
Yeah, but we did play an outdoor venue in this heart of downtown that was, remember that? It was where
Yeah.
Raccoon at.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, that was the other one. That was the last time we played there. Was that one?
Yeah.
Deep Ellum.
Love Dallas. I got family up there. Love Dallas.
Dallas is fun.
Hey, every time I go up there, I'll sit on the grassy knoll and wonder, was it the government that killed Kennedy?
Oh,
It's
thanks
my
for bringing that back around. I want to ask y'all the controversial question. I'm just gonna ask it. I don't
Oh, this is the
know.
one that you've been saving for since the beginning. Yeah.
Don't get us in trouble. Don't get us in trouble here.
So,
That's-
so, a lot
Gonna get
of, so
canceled.
we've been trying to like put together interviews, of course, right? A lot of people have been dropping out because of the protests against South by Southwest or South by Southwest. What do you do? Funding. Because I don't want to be loud.
Who are they funding?
They're it's alleged funding from our government, or they're taking funding.
They're funding Gaza.
Yes, they're funding Israel.
Oh, they're funding Israel.
Or, I think. It's,
Oh,
it's
you
all over the place.
want to go down that route?
I'm
Honestly,
gonna plead
this
the
is.
fifth on that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is-
okay.
okay,
That's
this is-
why I
I've been to
told you,
Israel.
that's why I said
I've been to
it's
Israel.
Anyway,
This is
hold up, hold
right
up.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's totally
I
fine.
can-
won't ask
I
you.
can-
Wait, hold on. Samir's got the hand, the mama hand. Hold on.
It's okay.
We can talk about politics.
Our answer is follow Cowboy Diplomacy
Yes.
Music on
Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Follow us on TikTok. We're releasing a lot of different.
gmail.com.
Hey,
We're releasing a lot of things on Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. If you want to keep up with the band, check us out on all
And
platforms.
where should we play in Dallas?
And let us know. Email us.
Because we
Email
want
us.
to come. We want to
Yeah.
come.
yo, and I want to
Also, if you want to house us, you got 4 beautiful men coming straight to your door.
Dude, I'm on your lawn, dude.
and let me, to all my friends in the Middle East, whether you're a Jew or a Muslim, we can all agree, hummus tastes great.
All right, we'll end it there.
Hey, let's cut it. Let's get out.
That's the best.